Welcome to this guided meditation called the Winter Solstice Magic. The days are short and the nights are long now. It is December and the seasons once again are in transition. Being so busy in our everyday lives, it can be easy to forget the purity, simplicity, and balance that nature brings to us. Light and dark, short and long, hungry and full, sadness and joy, death and rebirth. This is the yin and yang of balance in the world we thrive and live in. The wheel of the year turns slower now, elongating the darkness, which in turn magically entices us to stay indoors and rest, to slow down, to take a few minutes now, to settle in. This is now your time to reflect and to get comfortable. Take a slow, deep breath in with me now. And let it out. Allow your body to relax and your mind to drift as you follow along with me in the hidden secrets and treasures of the winter solstice. Imagine yourself standing in front of a massive window with dark red velvet thick curtains hanging on either side. They drape all the way to the floor in an easy billow of cloth. It is just beginning to get dark outside as the day quietly slips beyond the horizon. It's not quite 3:30, and yet it feels later. You gaze out of this window and marvel at the beauty and richness of the evergreens gently coated with a light layer of bright, fresh snow. It is getting colder, and you reluctantly begin to dress to go outside. You know you must attend to the chores that need to be done. You glance back at the warm fire that blazes brightly with a short sigh. You set your mind to be determined to get those chores done quickly. You open the door and stand on your porch. And for a moment, the cold stops you, and you breathe in deeply, a very slow, deep breath. Oh, that chill of winter air. How it smells different than the air inside with your warm fire. Here, outside, the air is crisp, fresh, clean, and you suddenly think, this is quite delicious, the taste and smell of this winter air. You've never really paid attention to the smell of clean air, but now, on this porch, you do. You take a slow, deliberate breath in, and you take stock of the woodpile next to you. You make a note that you'll bring an armload in after you tend to the animals. The barn is a solid structure and stands tall in the winter wonderland. But you first head toward the chicken coops near the barn. The snow gives way easily to your footsteps. You hear the chickens coo and cluck in anticipation of the food you'll drop to them. Funny little creatures they are, you think to yourself. They require little and give you fresh eggs and so much more. Tomorrow is the winter solstice, the time when night is the longest of the year. Intuitively, you know that with this night, a new day will be born. A new sun will rise in the east and begin its journey across the sky. You latch the gate to the chicken coop, ensuring it isn't secure. You wish them safety and love. And now you begin walking on toward the animal barn, where the horses, goats, pigs, and donkeys are kept. A light snow begins to fall gently from the gray twilight sky. And up ahead, you can see the donkeys walking to the fence to greet you. With their thickening coats, they're not much bothered by the snow squall. Big, white, heavy flakes stick to your coat, hat, and gloves as you trudge on toward the path that leads to the barn. Your head is down, and a flash in the snow catches your attention. What was that? You reach down to pick up the object that has caught your eye. It's a large, white, multi-layered quartz crystal. You simply stare at it in your gloved hand. What is that doing here? You mumble to yourself. It oddly reminds you of a piece of Superman's Fortress of Solitude. It's shiny and pretty. You admire the weight of it. You enter the barn, thankful to be out of the wind that unexpectedly blew in from the north. You take a slow breath in, and with that breath, you take in the smells of the barn, the animals, the hay, the natural sense of life. This relaxes you. You are proud of the care you give here. You are happy and love fills your heart. You place the quartz crystal on a nearby shelf, then remove your gloves and hat. You set to the task of caring and feeding the livestock. There is a natural, easy rhythm in this chore. It's something you've done thousands of times, and the routine is calming. Your mind begins to drift to your childhood. During the winter months, watching your grandmother, aunts, your mother, your sisters, uncles, friends, family prepare food in the same easy, calming, confident manner you now are doing with your animals. The smells of the kitchen, the sounds of chattering, and of course some squabbling all make you smile. It was simple and easy. A fond memory. Soon you are completed with the barn chores, and the only fanfare and accolades of a job well done is the gentle breathing of contented animals. You place your hat on your head, but before you put your gloves on, you pick up the quartz crystal you had placed on the shelf. While you worked, you had forgotten it was there, but now the mystery of it once again occupies your mind. Where did it come from? As you hold the quartz in your bare hand, a slow warmth fills your palm, then extends to your fingers. It begins pulsing with warm light. In an instant, a strong, bright white flash sparks from the crystal. It fills the barn with a magical mist of warm light, a sense of brilliance, knowledge, peace, and love wash over you as you turn in a circle to witness this magic. Then, in a wink of an eye, you see a beautiful woman, completely dressed in lush white clothing, complete with a cape. She sparkles from head to toe. You take a long gasp in as you witness her gliding towards you with the mist swirling at her feet. And without moving, she speaks to you. And you understand. She says to you in a warm, soothing, confident voice, "The winter solstice is upon you. Take this talisman I give you as a gift, this crystal. Throughout the wheel of the year, I ask that you see it. At the first sign of the ground quickening and wakening in February, again at the equinox in March, and again in September, at the highest heat of summer, gaze at it and remember the power and strength the darkness provides. Without this dark, there would be no light, but I assure you, the new sun will be born tomorrow, but only because there is darkness to recoup and keep safe the power that always lies within you. The power of balance. This is your true strength, your secret. I trust you to treasure it." In slight shock of this wisdom, you glance down at the pulsing crystal in your hand. And as you look back up, the beautiful woman has faded and simply vanished. The light returns to the source, and once again the barn is simply a barn. And yet, your body feels amazing. Your mind is clear. Your senses are relaxed. You feel alive and full of joy. The darkness needs to be in order for the light to rise again. It's a cycle, the circle, the wheel that never ends. It's only transitions and shapeshifts. With peaceful gratitude, you make your way back to your home. Wow, you're thinking. Up the steps onto the porch. You place the crystal in your pocket now. You nudge the door open slightly. Then you grab an armload of wood. Using your foot, you kick the door open and enter your home. Immediately, you are greeted with warmth and the smell of stew on the stove and warm bread in the oven. Your stomach rumbles in anticipation of the food you'll be having. Your loved one has prepared a fine meal for you. And just as you have taken care of your animals, you too will be taken care of. Breathe in deeply these scents of your home, your space, your safe place. With the wood added to the fire, the red velvet thick drapes now drawn, and with a full belly, you sit in your comfortable chair and glance at the crystal you have placed on the bookcase. You will look at it throughout the year. You will remember. You sit here for a long time reflecting on the wisdom you have received. While there is coldness, there is also warmth. Without the cold, we would not be aware of warmth. Without the hunger, we would not be aware of contentment. Without the busy, I would not know of the quietness of space. And without the darkness of winter offering me ever so gently the opportunity to step back and reflect, I would not be able to dream of the springs and summers that the new light will bring. You feel joy and peaceful. Sit quietly for as long as you wish, and when you are ready, open your eyes and know that with peace and gratitude, you are loved, always, in all ways.